So, welcome to the very first lesson for chapter 1. So, chapter 1 talks about sets, and the very first lesson talks about basically understanding what is set all about. So, in mathematics, a set is just collection of objects. But this collection of objects must be well defined. When you say well defined, it's simply clear and specific. There must be some kind of standard on this collection of object, whether this element belongs to this collection and this element does not belong to this collection, and thus that inclusion and exclusion, the criteria must be clear and specific. So examples, let's determine whether this collection is a set or not. Collection of all the best places in the world, this is not a set because of the word best place, phrase best places. um, this praise is kind of subjective. The standard is based on the judgment of a person. Okay, so a person may say that this place is the best place to live. Other person may say this is not the best place to live because there is no clear standard of what makes it best. Okay, what makes it best. So this is not a set. So the inclusion or exclusion of that place to this collection is not that clear, not that specific. Number two, collection of all whole numbers greater than 100. This is a set because we know clearly what kind of numbers are included in this set. So we have numbers, and those numbers must be whole numbers, and those whole numbers must be any whole number greater than 100. So if we say a number is 98, we know that that 98 does not belong to this set. If we have 105, we know that 105 really belongs to this set because the the definition of the collection is very well defined. It's clear and specific. Number three, collection of all the countries in Asia. This is a set because if we name a country, we can determine it really belongs to Asia or it does not belongs to Asia. It does not belong to Asia. So there is really a standard already of saying, oh, this country is and this country belongs to Asia or not. Number four, collection of all the beautiful women in the Philippines. This is not a set, just like the number one, because when we say beautiful woman, there is no standard of saying that that woman is really beautiful, and one person may say that woman is beautiful, other person is not enough. The beauty is not enough to be included in that list. So there is no clear standard. There is no clear and specific definition of whether to include a certain woman in that collection. So this is not a set. These are other examples of a set. We have collection of all girls wearing eyeglasses in a class. So when we go to a class, we definitely know who are those girls wearing eyeglasses. Therefore, they are included in this set. Letter B, we have collection of all the current senators in the Philippines. So current senators, it's very clear, it's very specific. Then we have also non-examples of a set. We have collection of all the smart students in a class. So other students that the other student, classmate maybe, may say that, oh, this student is really smart. Other student may say, no, that student is not that smart. He may be smart, but not that smart. So the inclusion to that set is not that clear and specific. So B, collection of all the expensive gadgets in an electronic store. So the word expensive, it might be expensive for some, it might not be expensive for some. Okay, if we pick a gadget, it may be expensive for common people, but it may be not that expensive for rich people. So the judgment is based on the status of a person. This is not a set. So we have here, state whether each of the following collections is a set. So collection of all the students in a class who have two brothers. So clear, very specific, that's a set. Collection of all the naughty students in a class. The word naughty students, we cannot clearly say. What is our standard of saying that a student is naughty? So this is not a set. Collection of all the young people living in Manila. Do we have a clear definition of what you mean by young people? An interval, maybe an age interval. Okay, no, so this is not a set. Collection of all the known planets in our solar system. Because of course we have the known planets in our solar system. This is a set. Collection of all the expensive cars, the same. This is not a set. Collection of all the tall basketball players in a gym. Tall, the word tall makes it subjective, so this is not a set. Collection of all the students in a class who have laptops. Of course, this is a set. Collection of all the citizens aging 20 to 30 years old. This is a set. So let me just emphasize the difference between number 3 and number 8. In number 3, it says collection of all the young people living in Manila. So you're just saying young, there is no age interval. So that's not a set. But compared to number 8, collection of all the citizens aging to 20 years old. So there is really a specific age which is 20 to 30 years old. So you can clearly say that if this citizen is 19 years old, this does not belong to this set. This person is 25 years old, therefore, yeah, you belong to this set. Okay. Number 9, collection of all the math books in a library. Of course, it's very specific that the collection are all set of those math books. Therefore, this is a set. So that's all for this lesson. Next lesson is we're going to talk about how do we two different ways of defining a set: the listing method and the we call them roster method or listing method, or what the other one, the one you describe a set. So definitely there are three ways on this defining a set.